All right, everybody, we are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit that like button as you come to the chat room, and also to make sure you subscribe. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. All right. So today's topic we're going to discuss again. I'm trying to figure out the best way to approach this without offending anybody. But the official story that I'm hearing is not adding up. So I need to throw this into the mix. All right, me and some of my friends, we were having a discussion the other day, and this case came up, the Amber Geiger, Botham, John case came up. And one of my friends said, Botham was smashing Amber. And I said, I don't know about that one, brother. I don't know. And then my other friend said, yeah, he was. Because the story isn't adding up. So, guys, let me give this disclaimer before I go into my personal story. All right, so from until about 2012, early 2013, I was half cooning. All right. I was half cooning. I was chasing all the snow bunnies. Or the snow bunnies were chasing me. The snow bunnies were chasing me. And me a little vice versa. So I need to go ahead and put that out there because this is gonna go in this kind of coincides somewhat with the story at hand. Again, I can't confirm that he was, but we're asking the question because again, the story, relationship gone wrong. Was Amber enraged because both of them was like, look, hey, it's been nice, but I'm moving on, and Amber just couldn't take it. Those questions need to be asked. Guys, hit that like button. So in December of 2008, all right, I left Atlanta and moved to Los Angeles, California, to pursue my acting modeling career. So I knew some people in LA. One of them were my frat brother. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to incriminate him in the story. I'm not going to mention his name. So I'll call him. I say, hey, I'm in town, man. I just moved to LA from Atlanta. He said, cool. Meet me at this bar. The bar I met him at, people who live in the LA area. It's a bar, hole-in-the-wall bar, right next to the Chinese restaurant. My favorite Chinese restaurant is called Chin Dynasty. Chi Dynasty or Chin Dynasty on Hillhurst in a neighborhood that is called Los Feliz. Not too far from, in fact, I want to say Hillhurst, dead ends into like Griffith, the observatorium, Griffith Park, something like that. So I'm in there. I go meet him. Had a black Mustang at the time, beat up Mustang, a 1999 or 2001, something like that, Ford GT Mustang. So I pull up. Like I said, the bar is on Hillhurst, right next door to Chin Dynasty, Chi Dynasty, Chinese, my favorite Chinese restaurant. So I pull up, go inside, sitting down, chilling. Me and my frat brother, his friends. We were chopping it up. Lady walks in. Guys, I'm just asking, I'm just posting the question. Again, did you guys read the title of the live stream? Okay. Did you read? It says was with the question mark. I don't know. Did you read? Can you guys comprehend the title of the live stream? I'm asking a question because the official story right now is not adding up. And so certain questions need to be asked. All right. So again, I don't know why people are getting offended over a question. Because a clean cut brother like Botham Jean, I was a corporate cat myself. All right. Botham Jean was, or it was. I wore a suit and tie every day. Suit and ties, good looks, attract snow bunnies. White girls love that on a brother. All right, let's just keep it 100. So stop getting offended. All right. Let's stop playing stupid. Excuse my language. Yeah, I mean, people are up here getting all mad. Again, it's a question. I'm posing a question. I'm posing a question. Anyways, back to the story. So I'm in. She wasn't his type. Okay, now we got to listen to my story. And this is the truth I'm telling, okay? So I pull up. I go into the bar. I'm chilling with my boy and his homegirl. Okay? White girl walks in. Comes directly up to me. Looks me up and down. Literally out of her mouth, not what her name is, not who she is. First statement she says, "Ooh, I love athletic looking black guys. I love athletic looking black men." I was like, okay. So again, I'm in my half cooning days. So we talk for like 1 minute. We dip. We go back to her place. She had a fly crib in, I think it was like in Silver Lake or Las Vegas. Guys, listen, this is why me asking were they having a romantic relationship is, I mean, you know, that question should be asked and is a valid question. So I get over to her house. We're talking. We jump right into it. We do what it, I mean, we got it in. So we're talking. Finds out she's a police officer in LA. She's a police officer. She was telling me how her mother just passed away and how that did a lot to her, and she needed to hook up with somebody to relieve stress. I said, okay. She then tells me, true story. She says, this is a white cop, white lady, white cop. She then tells me, I'm attracted to black men. Guys, okay, I was cooning here. I was cooning. Okay, I was a flat. This right here, after she said this, I'm like, I'm a coon. I look back on this and I was cooning. She was like, I love black men because I'm so used to locking them up. And the way they interact with each other in jail turns me on. Swear to God, she said that. And even when I woke up that morning, her dogs ate my shoes. I had some, this is when I was Albert Hollis. Her dog ate my shoes. I had some creative recreation, so some fly creative recs. She said that. I had some fly creative recreation. You know, the creative recs with the strap, I had some black and gray ones, clean as hell. Clean as hell. I never talked to her again after that. But when my friends brought up the possibility that he could have been smashing or involved in a relationship with her, guys, I mean, it's a possibility. Because again, I'm just saying, the story is not adding up. Now, the people who are on here upset and offended, you're more than welcome to call in. You're more than welcome to call in. Again, I'm just asking a question, and people are upset because again, the story's not adding up. Okay, so she gets home off of patrol, and what is it? Accidentally goes to the wrong apartment. Yeah, I mean, people are up here getting mad. Like, this is just a discussion. I'm just asking a question. Because again, the story's just not adding up. And people are on this, oh, well, she's not his type and he had a girlfriend. That don't matter. None of that matters. Listen, man, listen, when I was on the football team at the University of Georgia, some of the ugliest brothers on the football team had some of the baddest white girls. I'm just being honest. So all this, oh, well, she's not his type, and you don't know that. You can't say that. You can't say that. So the question should be asked. I mean, has that question been asked in the trial? I would ask that question. I would ask that question. Because this story's not adding up. You know, I mean, you accidentally go to the wrong door, wrong key, wrong floor mat. And I lived in buildings like where Botham live in LA, apartments like that. You know, it doesn't add up. There's just too many missing pieces. They were looking to say that earlier, but it was quickly shut down. You know, and the amount of protection Amber Geiger was getting. You know, she was arrested for illegally entering the home of Botham John and shooting him to death over a year ago. Yeah, here we go. I'm reading this article on News One. The entire scenario surrounding the shooting was still incomprehensible to many people, even 1 year later. A police officer, supposedly so exhausted from work that she mistook her apartment for the unit under her own, forced her way in and fired off her service weapon immediately. It was not clear whether the door was locked or why Guyger started shooting, especially since her story has repeatedly changed and Jean isn't alive to explain. Nonetheless, he was shot and killed. The St. Lucia native was only 26 years old. It took a full 72 hours for Guyger to finally be arrested and charged with manslaughter. So you already know the police probably came in, clean up the evidence. Then 72 hours later, she's arrested. Now, if that were the other way around, we all know that brother would have been under the prison 5 minutes after it happened. She's released on a bond of $300,000. Here we go. Why? Okay, so there have been several pressing questions about the handling of the case by the Dallas Police Department. Why were the 5 search warrants for Guyger's home never executed? Why did it take 18 days for her to be fired? Why has Guyger's story changed, and where is she now? Okay, this is old. Where is she now? That's a good question. She's in trial, but where was she staying before then? There were suspicions of a cover-up. Okay, again, guys, I know a lot of you guys are offended by what I'm putting out there, but that question should be asked. Were they involved in some type of relationship? And the world has been outraged. The killing of Botham John is another example of how Black lives and bodies are seen differently in this country. As well, as we all know, if a Black cop killed a white woman in her apartment, there would be swift justice. In fact, the other day, there was a Black cop who killed some white drug dealers. He's locked up in jail. So let's read this timeline. So August 1st, what is this? August 1st, August of 2018, Botham John is leading worship in church. He's deeply involved in his church. He moves to his apartment complex in Dallas. September 6, 2018, Botham John's family asked the Dallas Cowboys to take a knee yesterday. As always, the players refused. Of course they refused. You think Jerry Jones is going to allow the Negroes that play for the Cowboys to go against the police, to demonstrate, to protest? You think Jerry Jones is going to allow football players for the Cowboys to protest? Of course not. They'll get cut right afterwards. Before the kickoff, they'll get cut. First, she's banging on the door to get in, to let him in from witness statements. Now in trial, it said that the door was open. Guys, how'd she get in? Okay, and again, people who are watching the trial, which I'm watching some of it as well. If you want to call in, okay, and state your piece, again, my email is searchforahuru@gmail.com. Okay, searchforahuru@gmail.com. All right. Searchforwho@gmail.com. People are upset in the chat room. By all means, okay, call, email me. I'll send you the link, and we can have the discussion so it can be balanced. But by all means, don't throw a fit in the chat room if I'm just asking a question. That's all I'm saying. All right, so September 6, 2018. That's when he was killed. Botham John is in his home while the details are unclear because only Guyger can tell the story. The 26-year-old is gunned down by the Dallas police officer. Guyger's defense is that she went to the wrong apartment and killed him because she thought he was a burglar. Her new story is that Botham John's door was unlocked and she yelled for him to put his hands up. But look at her first door. The door was locked. She kept trying to unlock it, put down items in her hands, etc. Again, something's not adding up. Okay, Jeremy has awakened. The story in the beginning was that she was also working security there, which allowed her to get a discount on her rent, which is why she had a key that would open any door in the whole apartment. Okay, so our discussion that I had with my friends the other day, they were saying the same thing, that either she had a key to get into the apartment. That's what came up. Again, the email is searchforhuru@gmail.com. If you want to call in, searchforhuru@gmail.com. So again, we're just asking a question. Did she have a key because she worked security? And she had, okay, so this is the question. All right. So she was maybe involved in a relationship with Botham. It didn't work out. She got upset because she worked security. She had a key. Went up there. They got into an argument. Botham was like, "Look, I'm done with you. Move on." That didn't work out. She gunned him down. Again, we're just asking the question, okay? Right. There were witness who has gag order hearing Amber saying, "Open the effing door." Okay, somebody sent some emails. I'm about to send the link. All right, testify. I'm about to send you the link right now. Testify. I just sent the link. Go ahead and call in. That's what some of my friends were saying. Again, we don't know. All right, but again, the question should be asked because the story is not adding up at all. Okay, brother, that's what I believe she did. I believe she was upset because he would not talk to her and she shot him. That question should be asked as well. That question should be asked as well. Diners, what you are stating is likely what happened. Again, I don't know. I'm just asking the question. Again, because the stories I'm hearing, I'm hearing it's not adding up at all. It's not adding up. Exactly. Case in point, you were banging on the door, so you knew well that wasn't your damn house. Case closed. Again, the story, what my friends said, what they think happened. Because she's a police officer. Police could pretty much do anything they want. So they're thinking she had access to additional keys to get into pretty much every apartment. All right, testify. Go ahead.
Hi, how you doing? Thank you for having me on tonight.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, I just wanted to make I definitely agree with what he's saying. I was talking to some family members about the case, and it's just a lot of unfamiliar peculiars coming up because I've been looking at certain videos online, and you have conflicting reports where there's an EMS. If anybody can check, there's an EMS dispatch out saying security has shot the patient. Security has shot the patient. It's a minute-long video.
Saying
And again,
security. So was she working? Okay, so I'm okay. So was she security at that building?
I'm not sure, but I'm wondering because she was a police officer. I used to live in a building like that, and police officers do have keys to enter the building, you know, for emergency purposes.
Right.
And as well, I'm thinking to myself, well, I listened to the case earlier today, and her defense attorney had brought up basically her work history. He stated on what she did, so forth and so on. I just kind of believe that the case it may go deeper than what we actually imagine, because if he was a marijuana user, was she on some type of drug case? Who knows? Just speculation. It's allegedly.
Right.
And maybe something went bad, something went left, and you know, maybe some type of cover. Who knows? But definitely, I was just throwing that out there for people to look into that. Look into the dispatch calls, as well as what a commenter had wrote earlier was, I heard that too, where people were on the floor when the incident happened, and they were saying they heard a banging on the door saying, "Let me in, let me in." Did he open the door and maybe sat back down on the couch and then she came in?
So my friends were saying, again, this is alleged. This is just opinion. We don't have the facts. We're just, because again, the story just is not adding up. That, you know, she was banging on the door. He finally came to the door and said, "All right, come in," or something. And, you know, they might have had some words, and then she ended him.
Yeah. I just pray for the family. You know, it's just a tough situation. Yeah, that was all I had, but I want to thank you for letting me chime in.
On-site security at an apartment complex doesn't have, dude, don't put anything past a police officer. Come on, hey girl, hey 504. Do not put anything past a police officer. Okay, they have access to everything. All right, so let's stop. Let's stop that right there. All right, go ahead.
And I want to make one more comment, and like I said, thank you for letting me come on. If everybody can go check out the so you know, I know these are older videos, but if you go back to the original crime scene, I've started noticing that the crime scene, when they show the crime scene and where it happened, you have three different scenarios. You got a cover on the couch, balled up. Then there's a sheriff who went in, a county sheriff, not a county sheriff, but a state sheriff. He went in and investigated the situation. He shows two pillows, a bowl of cereal. You know, it almost looked props. It looked like everything is very prop staged because there's some type of cover up.
My friends were saying the same thing. Like, you know, they had 72 hours to pretty much, you know, do what they needed to do to, again, this is alleged.
Alleged.
Right, alleged, you know, to do whatever they needed to do. And what they're saying is a different agency should have came over and took over the case immediately.
So we'll see what happens. You know, from here. You know, hopefully the prosecutor will come in, as well as with her defense come in with more evidence. Because is there a way? I mean, I don't know a lot about technology with phones, but is there a way for them to get any deleted text messages from like some
Absolutely, of course, all that. The question needs to be asked, because this story is just not adding up at all.
Right.
Something happened. You know.
Want to throw this under the rug.
Go ahead, mama. Go ahead, mama. I hear you back there. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell us what's going on. Go ahead.
They want to throw this under the rug as fast as they can, because if it had been the people of other color, they would have had everybody locked down. The whole apartment complex would have been on siege.
They would have
come out.
Everyone's apartment in the whole complex.
That's right. Everybody gonna stop. Everybody in the investigation.
Right. Everybody. Exactly. Guys, make sure you hit that like button as you come to the chat room. Make sure you hit that like button. Brother, Testify, anything else you need to say?
No, that's it. I wanted to thank you for having me on.
Oh, no problem, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Lady Ace, go ahead.
Good evening. I want to tell the audience and you, I lived in Dallas and it was the worst 42 months of my entire life. Um, it's a very tense environment down there. And I actually lived in Las Colinas in Dallas, which is a nice area. I was in CVS and the police officer walked in, spoke to the white people, and intentionally sent me hate energy. Now, I'm a healthcare provider, and so I know how to give light. So I sent the energy back to him. He followed me in the store. I went away to a different area on purpose to let him leave and go check out and leave the premises. When I went outside after 10 minutes, once he checked out, he was still sitting in the parking lot. He was offended by the fact that I sent the energy back to him. Now, I want to say that Texas is a hostile place for Black people, period. And I know I'm being biased and that might sound generalized and narrow minded, but my experience in Texas was horrible. Just just the Black people there, I'm gonna add that too. They're they're submissive to the white people there. They were the last ones to know that slavery had ended in America. So it kind of matches. Um, that's why Sandra Bland is dead. If you're in the know and you're confident, that is not a place to live, especially Dallas. I mean, Sandra was killed outside of Houston, but just being in Texas, you can't be a person that's in the truth, understanding, because that's offensive to even the Black people there. It's not safe. It's There's no support, no uproar about both them being killed in Texas. I live here in Atlanta. We know it's gonna be a problem. This white cop that shot the brother, the veteran, the other last year or 2 years ago, it's in his best interest to not be in Atlanta if he's found not guilty. This is not the place at all. Like, it's just that the Black people there are in a dangerous state of mind, and it makes those of us who go there that are not native to Texas, that puts us in danger. I don't think At first I thought Botham was dating her. That was my first thought too, because it doesn't add up.
So we're not crazy.
No, we're not. No, not at all. I thought he was dating her. And then when you keep saying it doesn't add up, and now I'm realizing, it won't add up considering I know the environment in Dallas, Texas. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense how let me think of the word. I'm sorry. Those words. I'm sorry. I just can't think of the word right now. Huh?
No, take your time.
They're indoctrinated. They are, yes, I'm going to keep it real. I call them yes, massa niggas. I do in Texas. My best friend, she lives there, but she was raised in Cali. So I told her I went there because she told me about this great opportunity. And I said, if I knew the Black people here in Dallas were like this, I would have never come here. You are absolutely not like them. Like, it's hostile. It is like a bunch of inbred Black people in Dallas, Texas, period. So I don't know where both of them came from, if he was raised in Dallas or if he was born in the islands and came directly from the islands to Texas. That is not a place. I remember seeing a meme. I posted it on my IG. Chris Rock said, if you're Black, don't live in Texas. There's a meme. So, and it's real. I mean, I was there when Ebola came in, and
right, the brother from Liberia came in, yeah.
Exactly. So I'm a healer. So I knew how to pray and make sure that this disease doesn't go rampant in this city, considering these Black people here are pretty silent. They're not going to speak up and go. Like, I'm least likely to see anybody from Texas hardly on social media. I don't know.
How far is DeSoto from Dallas?
DeSoto is oh, that's probably like it's because Dallas is pretty north. It's like in this. It's central north Texas. So DeSoto, I think, is definitely south of Dallas, Texas. But how far? I'm not sure right now. I mean, I could pull it up on GPS and see. But what about DeSoto?
Well, I mean, they said that's like the black Mecca in America right now.
I don't see how that is unless they're like they're sellouts. They're cooning. So you're gonna get the cooning black people. That's a guarantee in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny how you'll see all these white people walking around with their guns on their belt, but you don't see the black people doing it. It's an open carry state. I'm just like, that is definitely a state I would never, like, I've made it my business to tell black people when I left there in 2017, do not go to Texas. Mm-hmm. And don't be fooled by anything. Like, yes, the jobs are plentiful there. They are. It is a fact, but that is not a place for a black person in America to live. Mm-hmm. It's dangerous. Dangerous. Yes. I left there and I left an apartment with 3 bedrooms full of furniture and came back to Atlanta and just started over. I bought everything brand new. I came back with the car, 1 luggage of clothes, and all my personal documents and personal toiletries and stuff, and that was it. I was happy to come back to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, sister. Thank you for joining. Send me. I got your email. I mean, what part of Atlanta are you staying?
Buckhead.
Okay. I'm in the West End.
And if you can see me, I'm full of, like, I got my face mask on, so please forgive me because I wasn't planning to call in, but you offered. So.
No problem.
Well, thanks,
no problem. Thank you. All right, NorCal Black. Go ahead.
Yeah, this Reggie, man.
Go ahead.
First of all, for the sister, man, ain't no place in America that's safe for black folks, man. I'm just gonna break it to you. I mean, I'm in North California, man. I'm from Georgia.
Hey, brother,
originally born in Augusta, Georgia.
I was gonna say, your connection is
I'm
in
sorry.
and out.
Hold on. But you hear me now? Is that better?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. But I left Georgia because, thinking that California is going to be a little better. It's a little bit better, but
more diverse. I'm saying same thing. Go ahead. I'm from Cali, but I left Georgia. I went to Georgia, moved
and
to
you
LA.
Realize the same thing. I mean, you realize that.
I tell people, LA was the most segregated place I've ever been to. Worse than Georgia.
Yep. And North Cal is basically like Alabama and parts of Texas and stuff like that. I mean, everywhere in America, probably except New York, for every exception, man, it's gonna be hard. But back to Botham, man.
Yeah.
Botham, whatever his name is.
Botham John.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've ran into a few white girls that if you don't pay them, if you don't show interest in them or something like that, man, they out to get you, boy. I had one white girl here that she would knock on my door 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Turn your TV down. Turn your music down. You know what I'm saying? She kept on. I never touched her. You know what I'm saying? She ended up leaving and stuff like that. But if you don't show interest in them, or I think she was the type that if you did show interest in her and you cut her off or something like that, you in some real doggone trouble, man. I don't know if you was, but she was already screwing her co-worker who was married. So she ain't got no morals.
Right.
She doesn't, she was down for whatever, you know what I'm saying? And she wanted her way.
Right.
She got her way, you know what I'm saying? Up until this point, she got her way. Everything she did, she got her way. She probably done did a couple of things that she, almost went to jail or could went to jail, but never went to jail. And plus, she was a cop. Cops don't send each other to jail. But
Right.
I don't know. But the whole situation seems kind of it doesn't add up. It's kind of thrown together. You know what I'm saying? It's not natural. And she. I've heard also that I've heard that also, but I never heard it in the trial though that people heard scream.
Okay, go ahead.
Why is
Right.
that? Why is that? Why? I mean, I
Somebody
was listening for it, and
somebody said they had a gag order on the. Like I said, this whole case is messy. That's why when people are offended when I'm just asking a question, was there something going on between Amber and Botham, and Botham turned her down
I
and said,
think
"Hey,
so. You know what?
let's stop
You
going
know
around."
what?
And she took it the
It's
wrong way.
blowing up. It's blowing up like it was sex involved or something like that. People, that's when a relationship involved, women do crazy shit, men do crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she shot him. She said he was running at her or something like that. But they say some other cop said, the brother cop said, that he was like in the back of the door. See, so he opened the door or something like that. Come on in, man. And she went over there and sat down. They arguing and stuff like that. And, pop, 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 like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He probably opened the door and walked back to the TV and sat down, start eating his ice cream.
That's exactly.
He probably said some crazy stuff to her. And she, that set off right there, man. He probably did some crazy. He probably, oh, you ain't nothing but a thing anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that, you know what I'm saying? Because he probably knew that, he lives below her. So, you hear everything in the lower apartment. You hear what's going on upstairs and stuff like that. It's somebody upstairs screwing or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he probably knew, her comings and going. How many dudes was coming and going? You know what I'm saying? And he probably tried to, hey, she doing all this, girl. Let me see if I can get some from her. You know what I'm saying? He probably start hitting her. She liked it, even though he probably was smoking weed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She probably tried to hold that over his head. I'm gonna turn you in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna turn your behind in. You know what I'm saying? He probably cut her off. He probably had a little thing on the side, and so he probably bringing a lot of girls around there. Like I said, girls like her, I've learned to stay away from her, man. I learned the hard way, boy, that if she's screwing a married dude,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and don't give a damn, about hurting some other woman, and she got kids for him and stuff like that. She don't give a damn about messing it 4 people's lives up, her, him, and his kids' life up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, Dr. Wright. Shout out to Dr. Tyree Wright, everybody. She's asking, will now you're saying that the witness, somebody asked us in the chat room too. The witness who said they heard, I guess, the knocking, the banging on the door. Have any of these witnesses in the talk? Have any of these witnesses ever? Have they?
I didn't see him. I was waiting for.
I don't even think they've been on the trial. I mean, I don't think
I wasn't looking at the trial like I thought. I would just hit certain things. I might jump in and jump out. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't want to see it. I really don't want to see all the crying and the sadness and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a messed up situation. I really don't want to take all that in. You know what I'm saying? I don't, because if you take it in, you'd be, I try to. But every once in a while, I might jump in. But I haven't heard any one of those witnesses say that they heard the same stuff we heard when the thing first popped off, because when it first came out, say, oh, some people, this witness, this person right here says that, they heard banging on the wall and she was screaming, telling them to open the door or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And after that, and when the trial started, I ain't heard nothing else after that. You know what I'm saying? None of the witnesses, I don't know how they managed to not have that accepted. I don't know how they're just going to allow that not to be accepted. But if that happened, that should explain a lot of things, man. And she looks like she's trying to lie on the stand. She looks like that she's lying. It's very hard for her to come up with the right. She's careful about what she says. All right. If all this thing happened like this, I saw somebody in the house and he ran at me and I shot him. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that hard just to come on and tell. It shouldn't be that hard to be able to convince somebody that, and plus she was on the stand crying and whatnot. I saw her crying. Wasn't no tears coming out, bro.
Fake tears, man.
Wasn't no tears coming out. I ain't saw one tear. And then that brother got up. That little thug dude, whatever, little Pookie, whatever his name was up. He was up there. He started busting out. That surprised me right there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But his shit was real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think he knew Malcolm, but I guess he just, damn. I just it hit him, when he realized, what he saw, what he heard and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because
so that's right. That did come up. So the guy she was having an affair with shot an unarmed black man some years back.
Yeah. You know what? She called him.
She was texting him on the
She was calling him. She was calling him. They was banging each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And but the prosecutor never asked him, hey, did she discuss anything about her having problems with Mr. Botham or anything like Mr. John? The prosecutor didn't bring anything of that up, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole business of policing in America, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they're gonna be coming after nothing but black folks.
Exactly.
Nothing but black folks. That's anywhere in America, man. If you black, you got a target on your back, man, regardless. And the police can do whatever they want to do with it.
Exactly.
That's the game. I mean, that's what we living with. You know what I'm saying? I've heard some Africans up here. I've run into a few Africans. I mean, I got a lot of them friends and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Brother, one more minute, brother. I'm gonna let Officer the damn law come in.
Yeah.
Officer, he can definitely,
but they went. Well, they went and they had a lot of money. They went and bought some land up around here, man. And then they started doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And then they tried to get into the industry, whatever. And then all of a sudden, the police show up and tell them that they can't do what they wanted to do on that land. And they were basically preventing them from doing whatever he wanted to do, and eventually had to sell. And the person, he ended up having to sell him for a loss, and ended up losing a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess they come in, they think that they ain't gonna be treated the same way we treated. But if you black, no matter where you come from, if they're able to use race or your blackness against you, they will at every doggone turn. No matter if you're from Africa, if you're from Senegal, no matter where you're from, no matter if you're from Virgin Islands, if you black, you in America and you playing this game, and the game is set up for you to lose now.
Exactly. All right, brother. We appreciate you coming on. All right, Officer of the damn law. Go ahead. You're the ex-police officer.
Yeah,
so
retired.
I know you could definitely give us somewhat of what you think happened from the perspective of an ex-cop.
Oh boy. Let me just say this, Prince Dennis Bounty. I just want to say this, that police brutality is the new Jim Crow and red line in America. I also found out that the brother was from St. Lucia, and that Texas is a real big gun state. So I'm not surprised, what really happened. There's another
guys, make sure you hit the like button as you guys come to the chat room. Please hit that like button. Hit the like button. All right, go ahead, officer.
No, the thing is that for someone that I've done law enforcement, this is just a clear case of an officer killing a brother and lying on the stand, because we know those tears are fake. There's a retired LAPD cop. Her name is Sergeant Dorsey Speaks. She has a channel called Sergeant Dorsey Speaks. Her name is Sergeant Chelsea Dorsey, and she has been talking about this throughout the week, and I've been following her because I'm subscribed to her. But the thing is that this whole thing is that this is just a clear case of police brutality, point blank, simple. I do videos about this all the time. The brother is not alive to say his own version. So this so-called Amber Geiger will say everything. I know that the system of American policing is just a fraud. That's why I keep putting my videos out there, doing live streams talking about it, because this is just basic police brutality on the brother. And also, like for people that feel that, oh, you guys are for people that are not born in America, let's say the foundation of Black Americans, that feel that, oh, I don't need to understand how Americans are going through police brutality. This can happen to you. This can happen to anybody. You know, America is a war zone. That's what people should understand. Okay, for someone like me I did, on the street police work in the UK. It's always war on the streets. Like these guys, you have these biases where Caucasoid or Crackozoid cops are going after our people. Yeah, they have that biases. So I'm not surprised. And also for me, I also was also chasing their own people on the streets because they are the ones that break the law the most. So some of these things like, black people are these, black people are the break. No. It's the reverse. But that's how the mainstream media will spin that. But the thing is that I had sent my condolences to the family. I don't know if the brother was having a thing with this Amber Geiger. Sometimes, geez, these female cops can be really crazy because I've worked with them. They take it so extreme on street than even their men.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have one that I used to walk. She was my partner, so I know, they could be really extreme demonic. So I was always careful because I was always watching my back all the time. And I had to use the Nigerian police mentality of always watch out in case of anything. Because I tell them, look, in my family, we both, my dad is a retired Navy general, and also, I had uncles and people that have been in the force. So, someone has to keep their head. But the thing is that, look, it is not police enforcement anymore. It is police hunting. They're hunting out people. And the fact that even the cop that she was like her boss, but they were doing things together. Had also shot a brother a couple of years ago. So people need to be careful. Even here in Canada, we also have cases like that too, similar. The bad thing about this whole thing is that because of the way the American system is, this may likely be a swept under the rug. They may just play this, give her like probation or something. Look, I don't know.
Well, this is the thing now. I'm trying to figure out. I want to say this the right way without offending anybody.
Okay.
So, I think the chief of police and the DA are both black. So,
wow.
Yeah, they're both black women. And guys, am I right in the chat room of the Dallas the police of the chief of police in Dallas and the DA are both black women? Am I correct in the chat room? Press 1 if I'm right. So now we had a case in New York a few years ago. Peter Liang shot, we're going to say murdered a guy named Makai Gurley.
Okay.
He was found guilty. The black DA, I forgot his name, basically gave Peter Liang probation.
What?
So I'm just, once the jury convenes and gives their verdict, I want to see where this goes. Because I'm gonna say it right now, and I'm gonna put this out there right now. And again, I'm not bashing black women. You guys know I love my sisters. If the DA, because I think the DA is the one that has the final say as far as the charges.
Yeah, the defense attorney.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
If she gets some bullshit probation, I don't want to hear no black girl magic, no black girls rock. I never want to hear that ever again. I don't take this the wrong way. I'm just saying.
It's like the officers that shot them.
The black chief of police, when this happened, she was super quiet.
I'm not surprised.
So,
but the thing is that also in Sacramento, Stephen Clark's people that shot him, the police officers are not going to get charged.
Yeah, he was a black guy.
Yeah.
So us bragging about how we got this black person in this office and this black person in that office, and this ain't just a black girls rob black little girls magic, but just yeah. There you go. I don't hear nothing bragging about the chief of police and all this. I'm gonna say this for Atlanta, with all this craziness, they're actually getting things right as far as police enforcement and you know how things are ran. I would say that if this were to happen in Atlanta, I would have faith that the police officer will be buried in the prison or will actually get time. I have faith. But everywhere else, nah.
Even here in Canada, Calgary police, you can't bank on them because 95% are all caucasoids. Same thing as in Toronto and other places. Like police worldwide is not in our favor. It's even in Nigeria, you have police brutality and SARS killings. I do a couple of stories on that too on my channel. So it's everywhere. It's just everywhere. I think last week I did a story where a Nigerian brother was shot by the Ogun State Police, and the IG, the Inspector General of Police, is trying to go into the matter. But this was a clear case of police brutality, in which we call back home in Nigeria extrajudicial killings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So again, this goes across the board. So this isn't just a black woman thing. I love my sisters. I love my sisters. I do. I love it. But again, I do not want to hear anybody bragging about how this chief of police is black, how this DA is black, how this mayor is black. I don't hear no black girl magic, no black men rock, black men this, black men in power. I don't want to hear it. I'm telling you, when this verdict is reached and the sentencing comes out, I don't want to hear it if she gets just a little probation or like a year in prison. I don't want to hear it. I love y'all. I love y'all. Again, I love y'all, but I don't want to hear it. But go ahead.
I'll be surprised if she gets probation because the American police system is horrible. It's no different from how other police systems are run in the world. It's no different. People should understand that. Look, it is not police enforcement. It is police hunting. They're hunting people. People need to watch it like they're hunting people. Anytime I see a police car, because I've done the police work, I always have this situational awareness, because we're hunting people on the streets.
Mm. Oh, so the DA in the Kai Gurley and Peter Liang case, his name was Ken Thompson. So Ken Thompson, after Peter Liang was found guilty of murdering a Kai Gurley, Ken Thompson, and the story is kind of similar. So Peter Liang was in an apartment building, walking up the stairs. I guess heard a noise, got scared, and just started shooting and fired his service weapon. Ended up striking and killing a Kai Gurley. Goes to trial, found guilty. The black DA, Ken Thompson, just gave him probation. So again, I don't want to hear. I just don't want to hear no more bragging about black people in power in quotation marks anymore. If this girl, Amber Geiger, is giving anything less than a death penalty.
I want people to understand is that, look, fine, we have all these police chiefs that are brothers, look like us, but you should understand the system that they're working under. The system has put field Negro or house Negroes in power to make it very difficult. So no matter, it's just a ceremonial figurehead. They're not going to do anything. They're just puppets in the game. They're puppet masters, and Washington, the big places are controlling them. So the person could be a police chief as long as in this system that has tend to oppress our people. And that's why, for the hashtag ADOS would say that, oh, they're American and they want to stay here. Police brutality is redlining, man. The police brutality of today is redlining. Like, there are lots of videos about people I see a lot of videos online about people being either tased, shot by police, handcuffed, choked, for very minor offenses, or they didn't even commit an offense and they still being profiled by the police.
Like I said, she needs to get, if not the death penalty, she needs to spend life in prison, period. She needs to be locked up for a very long time.
Oh yeah.
Because you know,
Jeez,
if it was the other way, if it were the other way around,
40 years,
no,
50 years life
no
imprisonment.
question, no question.
No, jeez, like we've seen this constantly in the American judiciary system. If it's our brother or sister, they get a longer sentence or death sentence. If it's them, they get like maybe 20 years probation, 10 years community service, yeah, 6 years, 5 years, very small. But when it comes to us, for just maybe stealing $50, they give us 25 years to life. So people should, geez, like it's not. The system is fraud.
Like I said, like, okay, people keep bringing up Atlanta. Atlanta's doing some things right. I'm not saying everything right. I'm saying some things right. So there we go. Anybody want to call in? Again, the email is search4uhuru@gmail.com. Search4uhuru@gmail.com. If you want to call in, send me email. Search4uhuru@gmail.com. Brother Officer of the Damn Law, anything else you want to add? And also shout out your page so people go subscribe.
Oh yeah, my YouTube channel talks about police brutality and also talk about other issues. It's the Officer of the Damn Law Police Brutality Worldwide channel, and people are saying that, oh, we from the continent we're not trying to do things about the police brutality of our people in the Americas. And I told them, look, I just don't talk about, I don't just put them on blast on talking about police brutality on my channel about in America. I also talk about it on a global scale. It's not just, it's happening to our people that look like me and Prince Diners here, everywhere, globally, worldwide. This is not enforcement. This is hunting. The police is the enforcement arm of the government using to hunt our people down. So you can check out my YouTube channel. You can subscribe, comment. I have a lot of future editions to bring on how exposing police brutality, because a lot of our people are not really exposing the brutality. People are just talking about other stuff. And also you can also check Sergeant Dorsey speak. She also talks about police brutality too. She's a retired LAPD sergeant, spent 20 years in the service, and she has a lot of information.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you for coming on. What we'll do, if no one else is going to call in, we'll go ahead and close out. Again, I'm just asking the question. I know a lot of people got upset when we first started the stream, just me posing a question. Because again, it's not, this story is not adding up at all. It's just not adding up. So I'm just asking a question. Was Botham John involved in a romantic relationship with Amber Geiger? Again, question, not a definite. It's a question. I'm just asking because everything else is not adding up. So the next thing is, okay, was she involved in a relationship? So both of them say, hey, look, let's move on. Let's go our separate ways. And did she just take that the wrong way? So I'm just asking an honest question. I'm being sincere. I'm just asking a question. So with that being said, guys, make sure you go to go to dynastymirror.com now. Make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you're new to the platform. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror, search for Uhuru. Everybody that super chatted, thank you so much for super chatting. Till next time, family, peace.
Peace.